I'm not that nervous. Like, still got a little like, ooh, but all right. If the question comes, I'm gonna be there to answer it. Like, I've already done this too many times to even be too worried about it.
Don't step that way. Here. Don't step that way. Or you fight for that way. Hey. Don't get that.
Dangerous hook, very dangerous. Everybody know that hook done knock a buffalo out. It's just the truth. It's just the truth.
Yeah.
He probably throw a hook more like mine anybody seen.
Yeah.
He got that one-punch shock on that left hook, deadly, and then he understands how to throw it. So yeah, that's where he is.
This is a much different version of myself, as you can see in my energy. And, you could see, how taking care of your body, being a real athlete and showing a good example, you're going to see that this fight.
Ryan Garcia sharpens his signature left hook in training camp as Roy Jones Jr. refines his timing and precision ahead of the showdown with Mario Barrios.
Camp, we've been keeping it pretty with the same kind of pattern. We wake up around 8:30, and then head to the, strength and conditioning gym. We lift weights, we do, conditioning drills, sprints, all that stuff. Then we take a minor, 10-minute break, and then we head to, boxing.
Today we're here strengthening, conditioning, fine-tuning for the last stretch. Make sure that the body feels right and that we are strong. Keep that pace, keep that pace. 30 seconds. Last 30 seconds. Attaboy.
Roy Jones Jr. demonstrates the correct left hook technique, emphasizing balance, timing, hip rotation, and proper guard position. He stresses explosive delivery to maximize power, accuracy, and defensive awareness. Roy Jones Jr. praises Ryan Garcia for his devastating left hook, calling him an exceptional puncher with one of the finest hooks in boxing. Roy Jones Jr. explains that boxing is founded on technique rather than conditioning. A fighter who depends solely on stamina might endure a few rounds, but genuine technical skill is what carries him safely to the final bell.
A puncher. He's very explosive. Dangerous hook. Very dangerous. Everybody know that hook done knock a buffalo out. It's just the truth. It's just the truth.
Yeah.
He probably throw a hook more like mine anybody seen.
Yeah.
He got that one-punch shock on that left hook, deadly, and then he understands how to throw it. So yeah, that's where he.
Ryan Garcia admits he lacked focus in previous years and spent too much time distracted by partying and outside influences.
Technique, then conditioning. Nowadays, fighters are more into strength and conditioning than technique. How that happened was people started getting lazy with technique. So they would have technique, like you have a lot of guys that would have a technique, but they wouldn't be conditioned. So they come to the ring, they look good for a few rounds, then they die off. The better conditioned guy win the fight. So what started happening was a lot of guys that had technique were getting beat by guys that didn't have the same technique, but had better conditioning. So what happens? Boxing transitioned from a skill sport to a better conditioning sport. So now people forget about technique, but they work more on condition. Condition becomes the.
Now he feels disciplined and motivated, surrounded by the right people who guide his decisions and hold him accountable.
Suspension, it was much different circumstances. I was coming off of suspension, and during that suspension, I was drinking and partying and doing whatever I want for all the way through until they told me that I had to fight. My instincts told me not to. My body wasn't well, it had a lot of toxins in it, as you can imagine. A lot of stupid shit I did. But when you have a lot of people in your ear and people are telling you you can make $5 million, it's an easy fight, and but internally that it's not the right decision, and I didn't trust my heart and didn't trust my instincts, and I paid the price for it.
So you say that you knew that it was not the right thing to do. Was there a moment in training camp or the week of the fight where you thought, man, I really think I might lose?
Oh, every day. Every day.
Roy Jones Jr. praises Ryan Garcia, describing him as a gifted fighter who brings excitement and makes every bout thrilling, no matter the opponent.
I have to lose 30 pounds, remember how to box, and try to get sharp all in 2 months. And I don't even know how my body's gonna react. And it wasn't reacting. Every 2 days, it would just shut down. Runs didn't feel right. Nothing felt correct as it should. And I'm not blaming anybody. You come to find out, whatever was happening in the Haney fight, it will never be replicated again. You can't do that. I still don't know to this
That was
day
crazy, yeah.
how I was able to drink and do whatever I wanted and somehow still win. I just wanted to make a mockery of Devin Haney.
Chris Algieri explains that every situation in boxing carries its own nuances, and Ryan Garcia's case is particularly unique. He stresses that the relationship between a fighter and trainer is influenced more by personality than culture. While father-son partnerships have found success, such as Robert Garcia with his father, or Roy Jones Jr. with his own father, conflict can arise when strong personalities clash. Algieri notes that Ryan's father is known for having a strong personality, much like Ryan himself, making their partnership unpredictable. However, when personalities complement each other, as seen with Floyd Mayweather Jr. and his uncle, exceptional results can follow.
That kid, because he's one that's out there doing like what I used to do. He's fighting them all. He don't care who they are, where they are. If he get paid for it, he'll fight. And that's a beautiful thing. That is what boxing has been missing. You understand me? So it's like, I don't care who he fights. It's going to be an instant fight, and he has a chance to beat anybody.
He notes that recently, Ryan Garcia has faced challenges with discipline, coaching, and structured training. Algieri observes that Ryan often favors informal workouts in his living room, surrounded by distractions, instead of sticking to a consistent gym routine. The hope is that his father can help redirect him, reinstating the traditional training methods under which Ryan previously thrived. If they manage to reconcile their personalities and build on their shared history, Ryan could regain his former high level of performance. Algieri concludes that, despite these challenges, the right guidance could make a significant difference in Ryan's boxing journey.
Every case is its own, every case is unique, and Ryan is especially unique. Champ, you mentioned culture versus personality. I think it's much more personality than culture, because we've seen culturally it work with Mexican father-son duos. I mean, we have Robert Garcia here, his father trained him, and Mikey Garcia, it worked, and then you've got, even like Roy Jones versus Floyd Mayweather. Roy Jones's father, butting heads. Floyd and his father butting heads. Uncle worked out great. Roger and Floyd worked out beautifully. But the fathers, they hit heads together. Then you got, even today, you got Naoya Inoue and his father. His father's fantastic. Trains both him and his brother, and to great success. And it seems like doesn't seem like there's much friction there, at least that we've seen. So I don't think it's so much cultural as much as it is personality. And in terms of the personalities, Ryan has a very large personality. Apparently so does.
Analysts highlight a crucial tactical flaw in Ryan Garcia that could significantly affect his upcoming fight against Mario Barrios. While Ryan is undeniably talented, his most recent performances have sparked concern. Despite his skills and marketability, he recently suffered a loss that many critics believe should have improved his standing. The worry is that flashy appeal and commercial presence do not always translate to tactical mastery in the ring.
Back on their history, to which case Ryan could actually perform at a very high level again. In recent form, Ryan has had a lot of trouble with coaching, listening to what he's going to do, showing up to the gym. He'd rather train, it seems like, in his living room, wearing sweatpants and whoever's around with influencers. Maybe his father can crack him out of that and get him back to a more traditional training style like we've seen him in the past, when he was on a really good run at some point, at a point a few years ago where he looked like he really could take over, and then things kind of fell off. So possibly the father-son duo this time could work once again because it has worked in the past.
When you look at this, all we need now is a coach with some experience. Oh, we have Coach Robert Garcia. What's the secret sauce here? Is there one? Is it about knowing when to be dad and when to be coach? But is there a secret here? Is it just, as the guys have pointed out, a matter of personal?
Looking at his bout with Roy Romero highlights this issue. Although Romero was not an elite fighter, he had extensive sparring experience with Ryan Garcia and understood his tendencies. He effectively countered Ryan's attacks, exploiting weaknesses in Garcia's style. Ryan's usual approach of pressing forward and dictating the pace played directly into Romero's strategy. Early in the fight, Ryan's aggression was met with tight defense and smart counterpunching, leaving him hesitant for the remainder of the bout. Romero's discipline and defensive positioning also stood out by keeping his hands high at his chin and maintaining a solid stance with good leg positioning. He neutralized Ryan's favored lead hook. This example underscores that without adaptation and strategic discipline, Ryan's natural aggression could be exploited again, posing a serious risk against a calculated opponent like Mario Barrios.
Davis, elite level counterpuncher. That's Luke Campbell, Olympic gold medalist. They're much more talented fighters than Mario Barrios. But then I take you to his most recent outing, and he lost this fight. It's the reason people are like, how on earth does he have a world title shot in his next fight? Well, that's what being good looking in a massive commercial pool does for you. But I take you to the Rolly Romero fight, and Romero is okay, but he's not an elite level fighter in my opinion, but he was someone who had sparred a lot of rounds with Ryan Garcia and understood Ryan Garcia as a fighter. And again, he shows you the way here with effective counterpunching and isolating those weaknesses of Ryan Garcia. So what you'll see here in the Romero fight, and what I really like about Rolly here, is that he's not afraid of Ryan Garcia rushing him. And Ryan Garcia wants to do what Ryan Garcia does. Those things we explained before. He likes to press the action. And it's early in the fight. And this made him so apprehensive for the rest of the fight that he lost. As you can see, Ryan Garcia, he steps into the here. And even though Ryan Garcia is right in front of him, Rolly knows Ryan's probably looking for that lead hook.
Tim Bradley breaks down the upcoming fight between Ryan Garcia and Mario Barrios, highlighting key dynamics that could determine the outcome. He notes that Barrios' coach, Gusin, provides a critical advantage, having studied Ryan Garcia's tendencies and identified his vulnerabilities. This insight could allow Barrios to exploit Ryan's weaknesses while maximizing his own strengths. Bradley emphasizes that Mario Barrios is a well-rounded fighter. Though not elite in any single area, he is competent across multiple aspects: counterpunching, fighting off the back foot, slipping punches, and combining blocks with quick counters.
Culminated in the Romero fight because Ryan Garcia was expected to beat Rolly Romero. He's not seen as being the best operator out there, Rolly Romero. And I guess it shows you that a fighter who's not even top level can exploit Ryan Garcia with the right game plan. So can Mario Barrios do it? And what can Ryan Garcia do about it? Can he change? Can he fix these problems? Well, even though I don't think he's particularly consistent with his counter-punching Barrios, he has shown in moments he can do it. And so if Ryan Garcia remains the same, I think there's a chance he can execute this. I'll show you in this fight here against Akhmadov, when Barrios was down at super lightweight. Watch here. So he steps in with the jab, which misses. Akhmadov then returns with his own backhand, which Barrios pulls back from. And then in that moment, you can see his right hand here is away from his chin, a la Ryan Garcia, I suppose you could say. Barrios catches him with a counter left hook, which is the exact position that Ryan Garcia has been a little bit weakened, and he touches down there, Akhmadov. Against Ugas, we see him land a nice counter jab here as Ugas fires his jab. He catches it, throws his own.
He possesses a solid jab, a powerful right hand, and a reliable left hook, making him dangerous throughout the fight. One of Bradley's key observations is the threat of Mario Barrios landing the left hook on Ryan Garcia. He notes that while Ryan has developed his own left hook effectively, he is particularly vulnerable to this punch when faced with a skilled opponent. Bradley recalls other fighters, such as Devin Haney and even Oscar De La Hoya, who excelled offensively with the left hook, but struggled to defend against it. This tactical insight underscores the importance of defense, awareness, and adaptation in what promises to be a highly competitive matchup.
I want to start off with, the coach. Goosen's in Barrios' corner. That's going to be interesting in the sense that fact that Goosen knows Ryan Garcia. He knows his Achilles heel, man. He knows it. And, Goosen knows he has a horse that is not only tough, but he's well-rounded. Mario Barrios can fight a little bit, fight off the back foot a little bit. He can do a little bit of everything. Counterpunch, slip counters, block and shoot, catch and shoots. Like he got a bag. He does. He's average in every single department. Got a really good jab, a hell of a right hand, man. That right hand is gonna be money for him in this fight. I would also say the left hook, to be honest with you. I think one of the most ironic things about Ryan Garcia is you never want to hook with a hooker, but you know, as I follow the evolution of him in this.
Ryan Garcia reflects on his recent training camp, admitting he struggled to train hard for more than 2 consecutive days. His body constantly resisted running or workouts. He repeatedly checked his blood and health markers, recognizing the lingering effects of past habits, including a 30 pounds weight gain that hadn't yet left his system. He recalls being caught by a double hook in a fight. Though he wasn't seriously hurt, watching the fight later, he felt disconnected and uninterested. Committing to himself and his father, Ryan promises to show his best version every time he steps into the ring.
By the left hook. Barrios isn't a bad puncher. He's a pretty good, solid puncher. But the left hook is dangerous to punch with Ryan Garcia with the left hook. However, I've seen Haney do it. You know, I don't know, for some apparent reason, guys that know how to throw that left hook, they sucker for left hooks themselves. I remember De La Hoya being a sucker for the left hook as well. You know, they're really good at landing their left hook, but shit, they don't do well with taking one in return. But the punch for Barrios is the right hand. And he will have opportunities to land it on Ryan Garcia, because Ryan, he shoots his jab and he brings his hand back low. And then he stands up tall as well. So he's always having his, you know, chin, you know, straight up in the air. And, you know, most of the times he'll flick the jab out there or shoot the jab out there, and then he looks to get out of range.
Max Kellerman and Robert Garcia offered candid reactions to the announcement of the upcoming Ryan Garcia versus Mario Barrios fight, emphasizing the importance of training and preparation over raw talent. Both analysts noted that while Ryan possesses elite skills and physical gifts, his recent training habits have been concerning. Garcia highlighted that inconsistent discipline in the gym and reliance on informal or distracted training methods could limit Ryan's performance.
Because in the training camp, I couldn't train hard or good for more than 2 days straight. My body would be like rejecting a run, rejecting anything I was doing. It was like, damn, like what's wrong with me? I kept checking my blood, I kept checking everything, like, whoa, something's going on. Like, I didn't realize that, you know, all the stupid shit you did throughout the year, it's hard to get out of your system in 2 months, and you're 30 pounds up, and your body ain't gonna be moving like a system. So it was just a big disconnect, but I didn't realize it at the time. It was just like, oh, I gotta do this, and I tried to make way what I had. You know, he caught me with a shot.
Oh my gosh. A double hook, short hook, caught Ryan right on the chin, dropped him.
It was more of a push on the second shot. He caught me one shot and then kind of pushed me, knocked me over.
Max Kellerman noted that talent alone does not guarantee success at the highest level, particularly against a well-rounded opponent like Mario Barrios. He stressed that the fight will test not only Ryan Garcia's natural ability, but also his focus, work ethic, and adaptability under pressure. Robert Garcia echoed this, emphasizing the need for structured training and a disciplined routine to maximize Ryan's potential. Both also acknowledged the role of Ryan's father returning as a guiding presence in camp. They agreed that strong coaching combined with consistent effort could help Ryan overcome previous struggles with preparation and mental readiness. The consensus was clear. While Ryan's talent is undeniable, his performance against Barrios will largely depend on how seriously he approaches training and whether he can maintain focus throughout camp and into the fight itself.
With his dad, which I'm not saying the dad is not, you know, the dad brought him through the amateurs, but when he left his dad or went to seek a different trainer, before he came back to his dad, he went through 3 different trainers. Wow. That means all 3 are not good enough to, you know, they're all 3
here's the
best in the world.
The question. Did Ryan Garcia ever allow those trainers to be the boss?
That's why he's back with his dad, because he's the boss. That's why.
Yeah.
Look, Joe Goosen, I know Joe Goosen. My brother used to train with him. He's not gonna just let you get away with stuff like that. Derrick James neither. Eddie Reynoso doesn't need. He's made so much money with Canelo that if you want to come to me, it's gonna be under my rules. And if that didn't work, then Ryan's back. So that's I give that big advantage to Barrios to even